Welcome to the Shoe Showdown. 2 shoes enter, but only one comes out on top. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cody with the Shoe In With Cody, and today we got ourselves a good one. We got a shoe showdown, folks. When 2 shoes enter, but only one comes out on top. Today I'm talking about 2 shoes that y'all been hitting me up on my DMs. We are talking about the ASICS Sonicblast and the Mizuno Rebellion Flash 3. These are 2 plated shoes that are meant to go fast. There's some similarities and there are some differences. In this video, I'm going to help you kind of figure out which shoe you should buy. Again, both shoes fantastic, but again, they service 2 different kind of areas and how they can be used in their versatility. Now, before I dive into all this goodness, I do want to say one thing. Both of these shoes were provided to me by their brands, but they have no idea what I'm going to say in this video, and they have no control over any of my content. I also have a big favor to ask you all. Hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. Costs you absolutely nothing, but it definitely helps the channel. Now let's sit back, relax, and let's enter the Shoe Showdown. To kick this video off, I'm going to talk about how these shoes are similar. Again, 2 different brands, kind of servicing similar kind of approach in your shoe rotation. These are both plated shoes. All right, first we have the Mizuno Flash. It is definitely a shoe that you're going to want to stay on your toes, and it is a plated shoe that is made to go fast. Then you have the ASICS Sonicblast. Again, it is a plated shoe. You can see it right here. You can hear it right there. It is a shoe that is made to be in that speed spot of your rotation. So both shoes, in my opinion, work really well for that. They're really nice to kind of crank it down, do some speed work, and or do a long run when you want to kind of push the pace. Now, the one thing I will say about both of these shoes, I felt fast in both of them. So I've done similar workouts. I've done a 4x800, and I've done long runs when I wanted to put paces in. The 4x800s, honestly, I felt fast in both of these shoes. I felt like I could crank it down, and I felt like I could just get moving in the shoe. I think both of them put the plate where it needs to be, and I think the foams they're using, we have the FF Turbo 2 on this one, and then we have the Energy XP in this one, top-notch foams. The energy return is fantastic in both of them. So again, for me personally, I think the only similarities for these shoes are how they service in your shoe rotation. They are both speed day shoes, and that's about it for me. There's a lot of differences, I think, in these shoes that I think are going to help you decide which one's for you. But reality, the commonality for this one is they're plated and they both feel really fast. While they both are plated and while they both can push the pace, these shoes are very different in my opinion, and this is where I kind of see them. For me personally, I think the Sonicblast compared to the Flash is more versatile. I can go a little bit slower in the shoe. I can still do long runs in it, and I can still do speed work in it. But when I am going my long runs, when I go double digits, if say I'm tired, especially at the end of my runs, and you know I am, especially when I'm going double digits, and I start dipping a little bit, I'm okay. 8:30, closer to 9, this shoe was able to accommodate it. In those runs when I wanted to crank it down and I wanted to get in those 7s or even the 6s, I was able to do that. Again, I think personally, the versatility in the Sonicblast is just a tad check mark in that department. I just think you can do a little bit more. Now, again, this is not a shoe I'm going to be doing recovery runs in it, but for me personally, when I want to go an easy run, 8-minute pace to 8:30, that's easy for me. Feels good in there. When I want to go to those moderate paces, especially on the long run, when I'm trying to be in the 7s, maybe 7 to 7:30, I'm able to get into a rhythm, and it feels really nice in the shoe. And when I want to go fast, say maybe I'm going long runs with some paces, or if I'm going into do like a 4x800 or 4x400, I do feel very fast in the shoe. This shoe, again, I think the Sonicblast is really nice. And I also think the nice thing about the Sonicblast versus the Flash is I can do heel, I can do mid, and also, if I am doing the heel strike right here, mid, not an issue. Heel strike, not an issue. It really does kind of accommodate a lot of different strides. Now, the Flash, again, I really enjoyed this shoe. I feel personally faster in the Flash than I do the Sonicblast. Now, I feel like the Sonicblast is more versatile. I feel like I can do long runs when I want to pick the pace up, and I can do speed work when I want to pick the pace up. I also did hill repeats in this shoe, and it felt really nice when I was picking the pace up. The difference is between the Flash and the Sonicblast, this shoe wants to go fast. This shoe keeps me on my toes and is pushing me forward. It is making me go fast. Going slower in the Flash versus Sonicblast, not as easy. When I'm when I'm tired on those long runs and I wanted to kind of mail it in a little bit for that last mile, this shoe wouldn't let me. Now that's pretty good if you want to make sure you're hitting your paces and you're pushing the pace. Yeah, that's really nice. But when you're dog tired and your legs are tired and you don't want to move fast and your body can't move fast, this shoe kind of fights you a little bit. So again, the versatility for going a little bit slower, not there. But I do feel faster in the shoe. When I did my 4x800s, I was in the 630s with the Sonicblast, getting to the low 6s in this one. Ooh, it felt nice. I was like 6'10", 6'15", and I just felt the roll in this one feels fantastic. It really does, folks. It just, poof. And the foam, I mean, I'm telling you, this foam right here, I give the notch to the foam and the Flash versus the Sonicblast for speed work. It just, you felt the pop, you felt fantastic. The other big difference, though, between the Flash and the Sonicblast, kind of what I mentioned, is that can handle all different type of strikes. If you're a heel striker, just walk away from this shoe. I've made the mistake. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, this is not made for heel striking. And you also have the kind of like the slip right there. Not for heel striking. Again, when I get tired of my runs, I openly admit sometimes my form goes a little bit, and I did it. Whoo! I am telling you, I did not love it. The stability kind of went with the shoe when I did do the heel strike. So again, for me personally, the big difference are this is a little bit more versatile. This is a little bit faster. This can handle different strides. This can't. This is a forefront or midfoot type of shoe. If you want to do heel, whew, good luck. The stability goes out the window. This one can handle heel, midfoot, and forefront. Again, both plated shoes, but how they handle your runs and how they can be used, in my opinion, is very different. Both could be used for speed work. This one's faster. This one could be used for all different types of runs. This is like that plated trainer. This is that plated speed day shoe. And that's how I'm breaking those down. Again, both really good shoes, but both answer two different categories in my opinion. So I broke down how they were similar, which really isn't because they're both just plated shoes. And I broke down all the differences, and that's gonna be the longer part of this video. A lot of differences. Again, I think a lot of times people say, oh, plated trainers, they're the same shoe. Not the case with this one, but I am gonna try to help you decide. If you want a shoe, a versatile shoe, you can do maybe 90% of your runs, maybe 80%. I think the Sonicblast is for you. I think if you're trying to get a one shoe that's comfortable, the upper's fantastic, I think it's very durable, and you can get a ton of miles in, the Sonicblast is for you. It's also $180, I believe, which is not a bad price by any means. But again, this is a shoe, if you're trying to be as versatile as possible, Sonicblast. If you're just looking for a long run shoe to pick the paces up in speed work and you want to go fast, you're in the middle of a training block and the speed is what you're looking for, and you're looking to have a shoe to help you get on your forefoot, it's the Flash. Buy the Flash. The Flash is definitely going to be that one. I think that's where the differences come from. And again, that is how I'm going to break it down for you all. If you are looking for a versatile, everyday kind of shoe, Sonicblast. If you're looking for a fast day shoe, a shoe that, again, is going to help you pick that pace up, the roll is going to push you, it's going to force you to go fast in your work, it's the Flash for me. Again, plated shoes answer two different bells, but if you said, hey, Cody, you have to pick one winner. You can only have one. Personally, I'm going to go with the Sonicblast. Not because I don't like the Flash. I love versatility. I love a shoe that I can do a lot of runs in it. And when you are dropping $180, folks, I know that's not easy. That's not easy to say, hey, I got $180, let me just grab any shoe. I think the reason why I'm going with the Sonicblast is that versatility. I love the upper. It's very breathable. Love the looks of the shoe. And again, I can go fast in this. Maybe it's a tad slower, but for me personally, if I can do 80–90% of my runs in one shoe, get my long run in, get my speed work in, and get those daily miles, similar to like a Saucony Speed, that's where this shoe becomes a little bit more clutch. Again, I really like the Flash, but the fact that I can only use it for 2 types of runs, speed work and long runs when I want to go fast, not when I want to go slow in those long runs, kind of makes this shoe kind of like a one-trick pony. Again, not that it's a bad shoe, but if I had to pick one and you said, hey, Cody, I don't have the cash for multiple shoes, what should I go with? It's got to be the Sonicblast. Thanks for joining the Shoe Showdown. As 2 shoes entered, only one can come out on top, and that was the Sonicblast today from ASICS. Again, both shoes fantastic, but this one you get a little bit more money, a bang for your buck. Again, I appreciate all the support you guys have provided me. Make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you all out on the run.